'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes, yeah. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment.
Smash the likes, people. We're going to be live shortly. Just waiting for G to come in. Listen, you need the likes up. You need the likes up before we start. Because listen, I've got something to say, and so does G. So listen, smash those likes.
It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes, yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
I'm just going to run the intro.
That's killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Buvak left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Big up everyone. I don't know what to say. I expected this to get beaten. I did. I'm gonna put it out there first of all, guys. The scoreline flatters us a lot. That wasn't the story of the game. It was the kind of same old stuff we've seen last season. I say last season, I meant before the World Cup, but it does feel like a new season. G, this is a couple of hours ago now, you were adamant saying, look, 3-1 Liverpool. Liverpool have to win. Chat to me. What's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just bored. I'm just bored, bro. I'm just bored. It's the same stuff. It's the same things. Everything's just the same. Like Man City in that first 10 minutes should have blown us away. You know, as you said, the scoreline flattered us. At no point in the game did we deserve to be ahead. Even the commentators were baffled. You could tell in the way that they were speaking about Liverpool. It was more about the sheer fact that we were even still in the game. That was kind of the highlight of the game. That tells you everything you need to know if you haven't watched the game and all you hear is, yeah, Liverpool are just happy to be still within the game. Tells you how shit we were. We had a 10 minutes. I think our best spells of the game were the goals. We only scored 2. Man City scored 3. It was just the same, Jerry, bro. Like, I don't even know, man. It was just the same. Like watching Liverpool.
It was the same feeling, goals, the same. I mean, I don't know what else I expected, but it was the same. It was the same, man. And look,
but the thing is, though, bro. Before we even get into it, like, you got to understand, bro. Like, Man City had a lot more players away at World Cup duty, so I'm confused. And we'll probably get into it later. I'm confused as to why we came into this game and we were exactly the same. Like everything was the same. The intensity was the same. It only changed, like I said, for the goals. Outside of the goals, there was zero intensity. Midfield, yet again, non-existent. It's like we don't have a midfield. You can throw on Henderson like that was going to do anything. You can throw on Fabinho like that was going to do anything. It's still the same thing over and over again, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, I mean, look, for anyone that's obviously new to the channel or hasn't watched our 2 recent videos, we're starting a process of where there's been obviously a couple people that have been obviously not paying for entry, G. So obviously with a like, they ain't been subscribing. Now we don't want to have to obviously put in parameters such as subscriber only mode and that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not that type of channel. But the thing that I'm gonna do, if I check and we're not even on 20 likes, because we've got 23 people in the building, so easily 20 likes, yeah, minimum. And I'm being kind. If we don't have 20 likes by the time I start talking, or besides start getting into it, the band them know what's going to play. It's going to be the same intro that was playing. Do you know what I mean? Tell them good lies. And the R&B intro is going to play and it's looped. So it's going to keep playing until you guys get the likes up. Because you guys are here. So, look, we'll chat up and I'm going to check right now. It's saying 12 to me, innit? So that's impossible. I know I haven't refreshed it. So I'm not going to refresh it yet. Give you guys some time to, put your likes together and that. But listen, that start from City, I don't know how many times I can say this. There's a style of football, and I've said it before, that's conducive to winning games consistently. It relies on intensity, but in a different way. It's not running around headlessly. It's not pressing around all over the place. It's being intelligent with when you press, how you press, the way you use your players. They absolutely destroyed us, and it could. And I don't know, and I'm sorry to offend anyone. And let me know if someone in this chat is going to disagree with me. Like, let me know, because I know certain people on the WhatsApp groups and certain people like Jamie Phillips are disagreeing. But I'm hearing no, but it is what it is. But I'm hearing certain men were great. Liverpool were great today. What I don't get, and I'm actually going to address this to Jamie as well. So if anyone was going to at him, they're going to at him because I will address it as well. We were watching the World Cup and there was games where he said they were rubbish. That were better than that. Players that he said that were rubbish that played better than Thiago. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to express that this thing isn't working. Big up Sammy, Haaland was one-on-one in 15 seconds. One-on-one. And what I don't get, G, and this is what I wanted to ask you. Explain to me, how in professional football, a midfielder is able to pick up the ball in between the midfield and the defense, so that gap in between, take 3 touches while sprinting with the ball, and play a pass straight down the middle for the striker to run onto. I don't know any football, any level of football, 5 aside, 7 aside, 11 aside, where the manager's going to have that. That's acceptable. How many
people
times
would tell it.
did I go and see that happening? And then Kelleher makes a save, or they fluff their lines or whatever. And then I see the reinforcements come whilst Kelleher's got the ball, whilst the ball's going to play. And you see Thiago, Bajcetic, Elliott in that first half, just running, just running, just getting back into position. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like I said,
no. Sorry.
No.
It's not even frustrating me. I'm finding this funny now. This break, was reported to be the catalyst for this for this second half of the season. It was supposed to be the period where Klopp finally figures out the conundrum that he's got in the midfield. He finally figures out defensively why we've been so poor, because I've actually said it, and we've said it multiple times. Going forward hasn't been our problem at all. At all, it hasn't. When you think about it, it hasn't.
I agree.
Scored goals. It's defensively. Chat to me, chat to me. What, like, go on? That's
Bro,
what. Whilst you're obviously chatting to me, I'm gonna check the lights. This is gonna be funny.
Bro, I don't know, man. It's the same old. It's the same old thing, man. Like, it's not like we put out some shit team where you're like, oh yeah, nah, but because we had these guys and blah blah blah. Like, that was you mentioned it a bit on the stream before. Like, it's a good team that we put out. That midfield is basically the same midfield without Bajcetic. Swap Bajcetic for Fabinho or Hendo. That's the midfield. So I don't buy this. A lot of people making excuses, which is, I think that's what irks me the most. People like to make too many excuses for the team. Oh, Thiago wasn't playing with his normal. Shut up, man. Shut up. Like, he was playing the position that he always plays for Liverpool. He can't get near these guys. Like, and I've seen it a lot more in like the last few games for Liverpool. Thiago, his level just seems to have dropped a little bit. Whether that's form, whatever, I don't really care.
Hold on. We used the argument of age, right? We used the argument of age for Henderson. We used the argument of age. How old is Thiago? At the end of the season, how old is he going to be? 33?
33, yeah. I'm going to say 33.
Let's see.
But yeah, like, whilst you're looking for that, it's just the same things. Like, I'm just bored, bruv. Like, I wouldn't mind if you just saw something different way of playing, and we weren't like, we get cut open every single game without if it wasn't for Ali, I don't even know where we'd be like this season, because he just pulls out some mad saves and stuff like that. We get cut open. Both of them. Yeah, both of them, to be fair. Both of them, because Keller made some decent saves as well today as well. Like, got no blame on him, to be honest. But I'm looking at Gomez, like, you are so crap. Like you are so crap.
But it's mad. But now you see what I was talking about, and I know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about. Listen, I might chat rubbish about playing wing up front. I might have some poor takes when it comes to centre backs. Like I know what I'm talking about. He is not the guy. The Liverpool are going to have to go into the market now and get another centre back. Another centre back.
On top of getting a centre back that we need to replace Van Dijk at some point in time.
Because oh my God.
Like but bro, like okay, you know who played well? And this is why it goes back to what you mentioned about styles being conducive to players. Who was one of City's best players today? Rico Lewis. I don't think I saw him at right back like hardly ever. He's a right back, by the way. I barely saw him there. But the way he was playing tonight, he was playing like a seasoned vet. He's playing like him, Cole Palmer, those two were making Liverpool's youngsters, Bajetic, Elliott, like Carvalho, even Carvalho, even outside of the goal, he was shit.
Outside of the goal, he was dead.
Yeah, like those two alone, but Rico Lewis especially, they were making these guys look like like what we've been saying. There's levels to these youngsters. Like these youngsters are not that good. And when you've got youngsters who perform like that, and Rico Lewis has been showing anyways, but prior to this, but today just kind of capped it off. Bro, I'm just watching the same, like, I can't say it anymore. Like, I'm just watching the same game over and over. Like, I could take any game from the last 12 months and play it for you. You wouldn't know the difference. The scoreline would be different, but you wouldn't notice the difference in the way that we play. Still the same way, bypass, defenders, can't seem to defend. Robbo wants to, he does his thing. He gets up and down, I suppose. Like, you know what I mean? He's a bit wacky in the head. Right backs, Milner, he's not injured. Milner.
Man,
bro, like, bro, like like because that's what I think with like Robbo. Like, I feel like like you got bags of energy, and I get it, but your energy is so misplaced sometimes. Like, I don't need you to have the energy that you have in certain situations. Sometimes I just need you to just be a normal fullback, but okay, whatever. Then you've got the midfield. Like, again, midfield was so horrible, like so horrible. Like, no one in that midfield played well at all, not even close. Like, the attack, Salah did nothing. Nunez missed. Like, I'm getting tired of this guy as it is. You already know my feelings on the guy already. Like, I'm not here to sit here and praise a player because he gets in, he gets in the right places. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, sorry for swearing, but what is this now?
It is what it is, man. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've told people. I led people down the path. I've told people to get on the train, and the train isn't going to the destination I thought it was. And I'm quickly coming to that realization. When you're driving, when you're getting on the train, and it goes past the first station, it's the right one. The second one, you doze off for it, but you look up and you're like, hold on, where am I? And you're surrounded. You're going through a place you've never seen. Like, when you take a train regularly, okay, it's gonna go.
It's gonna go here, yeah.
There's bare woodlands,
But you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna play against Villa. He'll score. All the top Reds will come out on their Twitter accounts, and everyone will be like, and then you got your Liverpool content creators. Yeah, look, this is what he offers you, man. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, I'm tired of what this guy, like, what he offers you is bullshit, bro. Like, I'm tired of always having to bite my tongue on this guy. Like, I don't need you to have 20 chances in games and only score one, if at all. Like, that's not what we paid for. That's not what I came here and said, yeah, I'm going to hang my hat on this guy. Like, I'm done with all of that. Like, I don't need any more players in the team who need, like Salah, like a Diaz, like Jota, who need 10 chances and then they bag goals. Like, when we need you to score, we need you to score. Like, sorry, but when we need you to score, man need you to score. Again, I'm not blaming him. I'm not saying, yeah, he's the reason why we lost. No, he's not the reason why we lost, but he's definitely one of the reasons as to why we didn't get enough goals. Like, we weren't getting the opportunities as it was. Like, City were just that much better, like clearly that much better than us. So in those situations, this is where I expect. And at no point, at any point in the game, did I see, or did I even have sometimes you might get a feeling and think, nah, he's gonna bag. Even if they don't score, sometimes you just get that feeling with a player when they're through on goal. Nah, he's gonna bag. And if he misses, you're like, oh shit, right, he missed. Nunez, at no point did I ever feel, yeah, he's gonna bag tonight. And that's the guy that people want to hang their hat on. A guy that you can't even like put any type of faith in you. You're just like, yeah, Liverpool data, and yeah, I'm gonna hot them up. They just put something up on Twitter about his stats from tonight. I'm sorry, is this a fucking defender or an attacker? Those are defensive stats. Those are defensive stats, my friend. Like, whoever runs that account, you might need to delete that tweet because it looks stupid. All you're doing is just reinforcing the negativity towards him as it is. I'm not trying to just be negative on him. He's just one component of the game. Like I said, Salah, where was you? But outside of the goal, what did you do? You did nothing. You did absolutely nothing. Again, midfield and defense. But that midfield and defense, if you thought we needed 200 million, oh my days, bro. Yeah, Liverpool need a lot more than 200 million, I'll tell you that much.
But listen, I don't know. You see, with Nunez, yeah, this is what's really frustrating, and I don't think there's any player that I've seen like this. Like, and what I mean by it is, he's always in the right position, always makes the right run, always makes the right, like, even the decision, he always makes the right decision. Like he might not execute what he's trying to do, but he always makes the right decision. But this brother can't connect with a ball. He's like Sterling when he shoots. Like,
oh yeah,
ankle flimsy, bro. Flimsy.
You remember when Sterling used to shoot back in the day? I used to bust up, bro. I used to be like, what is this, man?
Like, what is this? Like, what is this? That kind of daffodil shot. Like, like, imagine just, when you're kicking in long, you're playing football in long grass and you might miss the ball. It's like that. Like, I don't get it. I was going to say the closest thing I've seen to someone like that is Werner, because Werner used to have a lot of chances. But when Werner struck the ball, you knew it was struck. Like, you saw there was a bit of like, oh, you know what? You can see the technique is there, but he makes the wrong decision. Like, he might make the wrong decision. He's making all the right decisions, but he just can't. I'm convinced he's not the striker. He's the winger. He's the winger. He's the man.
Yeah, but I said it. But Jerry, I said it. This guy, like, up top, no way. I would never, ever. I would burn the pitch itself if I have to see that guy playing up top. No way. That is Liverpool finish outside.
But that's what happened today.
And we saw the result today. Like, people bang on, Haaland only scores tap-ins. I'm sorry. I didn't know that there was a criteria for the goals that you have to score, in football. I'd rather take a guy who will score me 35 tap-ins.
I'm not going to lie to you. People don't understand. Scoring tap-ins is actually more difficult than scoring with the ball.
Oh, of course.
What I mean by that is, you saw that first chance that Cole Palmer had in that game. He skied it first time. Yeah. You saw how Salah took his goal. Like, he scored his goal and stuff. But that's more difficult than running with the ball.
Yeah, of course.
Go and do. Like, it's difficult to train. It's difficult to train a first-time finish. That's why even when you look at it and you're being trained with it, the patterns of play, it's very kind of basic. You know where the ball's going to come. You just have to try get it on target. But you got to keep doing it then again and again and again. But in a game, you can't practice that. So what Haaland's doing is mad. It's mad tactic. That's like people. That's like players like that are revered because of because it's difficult. It's difficult.
Those type of and let's not, and even just to even end on Haaland, at the end of the day, let's be real. Come on, man. I've seen this guy score some mad goals in his career. Like, he's not just a tapping merchant. But even when I look at his, but like, when you look at his finish, like, even his finish, like, I was just like, I had confidence that you was gonna like, even if you didn't score, I just had the confidence that you would. Forget if you score, whether you score or not. That will just come with time. With Nunez, you have zero faith. What you have is like, as what everyone keeps mentioning, and I'm getting really fucking tired of hearing it. Chaos, nuisance, these fucking buzzwords, bro. Nobody signed a player who's going to give me chaos and nuisance. Ask all the elite clubs. Do you really think that they would want a player who's just giving them flipping nuisance and chaos? What you think Real Madrid are like? Yeah, man, we need me a Nunez type of guy. Yeah, because we need more chaos in the way that we play football. We're already a team that likes to control things. So how about we get a player thrown in there that's got to be a chaos? Do you think man care about chaos? Come on, man.
Do you know what it is? If we were gonna just go and sign chaos, and I don't believe Liverpool signed Nunez because of the chaos that he brings. I don't believe that. I don't believe they.
But Liverpool though. Liverpool.
No, but they didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Oh, they didn't. It's just not working out at the moment in terms of what we expected. The chaos, like you could have bought that Kolo Muani for the French brother. He caused chaos when he came on, or like Thuram or something, or Marcus Thuram.
Them Sonogo looking guys, like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. To cause chaos, there's other players you don't have to pay the amount we paid to cause chaos. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I already said I didn't expect 30 goals and that type of stuff. But in a game like that, if I'm just looking at that sample size, I need minimum 1 goal because this is what I get Salah. I get at Salah for when he has the games like he does, because he's someone that a lot of the times, like, he's probably gotten a bit better. But he used to have 3, 4, 5 chances and score 1 or 2 goals. Yeah. But because he's scoring, I can't say anything. When he doesn't score, I'm like, what are you doing, big man? You're not doing anything. And you see, and this is what I was saying before we broke up to the World Cup. Don't you remember I did mention Salah and Nunez, they remind me of each other. Awkward, chaotic. I don't.
No, I feel you. I can hear that.
I don't really know what to say in it. And obviously, Salah's mentality takes him over the line. But I see so many similarities of like this brother is so effective. I just see it. Like they make the right decision, but the shot sometimes is dead. Like when you look at Salah, when you break it down, sometimes you see that he makes the wrong decision. The pass is dead. Obviously, he's a different player, so like his all-round game will be a bit better than Nunez's, like the different like stature and all of that type of stuff. But I'm talking about when you actually look at it, they're quite similar. They're cut from that same kind of cloth.
No. To be honest, what you're saying, when you break it down, kind of thing, they are very, very much alike. I think what you have
instinctive, raw, like athleticism, like pace. Salah had the pace. You got still got the pace now. They're not the best dribblers, not on the eye like that. Obviously, Salah's a ridiculous fit. In terms of finishing, you can't compare the two. But I'm trying to say,
but that's just come with consistency. And I was just about to say that just come with. He's been here for 7 years.
At Chelsea and Fiorentina, he wasn't getting goals like that. Like he wasn't. Like, do you know what I mean? So.
I think it just boils down to when we're talking about Nunez. I think it's more now. Look, at the end of the day, he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask to cost that much, and stuff like that. And I get it. I get it. I'm not even going to call him a flop or anything like that because he's just come. That'd be impossible to say. But like when he spends so much on a player like this, I think it goes back to what you were saying. Liverpool didn't buy the guy to be like a nuisance or a chaos or whatever, and if that's the case, what did you sign him for? Because when I'm watching him play, I'm just like, you're not a striker. Like you're not an out. Like you can't play through the middle. You're not that type of guy. Like we've seen Salah try to play through the middle, and he might. If I bet someone could throw up the stats and say to me, yeah, but he scored in this game. Yes, he probably has scored as a striker one time back in the and whatever. That's fine. But the reality is, you're looking at a player who his best work is obviously on the wings where he can affect play from that position, which then obviously brings the question then, so Liverpool then needs to sign a striker, right? Do you know what I mean? Like we need someone to be able to put the ball in the back of the net kind of thing, because the problem I have with Klopp, under Klopp, is that we've got too many, the whole team really is actually like this, but we've got too many players who can do so many different things instead of the actual job that they're kind of tasked to do. But because everything comes together as a collective, it can work. Of course, we've seen it work. We saw what Liverpool like 2018 to 2020. When you've got that many players playing in form, doing their jobs at the exact same time, it just comes together. When you don't, and one piece of that cog comes out, or one screw comes loose a little bit, or another screw comes loose just a little bit, you start to see, yeah, this ain't this ain't really working. And you mentioned about like the style of play and stuff like that, and I'll keep going back to it. You haven't got the players to play the football that you want to play. So why do you keep playing the same football, bro? I don't understand. Like, you don't have Gini Wijnaldum prime. You don't have Henderson in his prime. You don't have Fabinho in his prime. And that's fine. That is so fun. Like, I've got no beef with that. Come on, bro. Like, we understand football. We know that players are not always going to be at their peak at all times. That's fine. So find a different way to play, because you can't keep going into these kind of games and against teams, especially a team like Manchester. Obviously, Manchester City are the best. So there's an argument there to have anyway. Can you even beat them at your best anyway? But when I'm watching the game and I'm seeing how Manchester City are playing and I'm seeing how Liverpool are playing, I'm watching two completely different styles, same kind of thing, intensity, blah, 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 as you said, but they use it in the right moments. And their players are seemingly able to make the better decisions at the right times. And I'm just like, I don't really understand. Like, Thiago, like, for me, it was when, you know, Jamie, and, you know, shout out Jamie, man, like, but you know, you're mentioning, you know, about, you know, Thiago. I don't know what game you watched, but he was so non-existent in that first half. He was getting, I can't even say bullied. That's even the wrong word, because being bullied is like you're getting pushed over and this, that. That was more Elliot. I would say, Elliot, or Carvalho, Elliot. Like, both of them really were, for me, were kind of getting bullied. Yeah, Baditic, perfect example. When I'm watching Thiago, where I expect you to have the experience, I expect you to put out more or less the same performance that Rodri's putting out. I need you to get on the ball, move, pass, move. Rodri's not doing anything exciting. He's not doing any, you know, he did a fantastic pass for, I think, one of the goals or whatever. But in a general sense, he's not doing anything exciting. There's nothing like aesthetically pleasing about what Rodri's doing. I don't need the shimmy. Yeah, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't need the shimmy. I don't need the drop of the shoulder to supposedly try and lose a man. No, what I need you to do is be the experienced player in the midfield. I need to get the ball. I need you to pop it off. I need you to stop taking the ball right in the corner where we've got the centre back, and you've left him in a position like you've basically given him the ball and said to him, it's like me giving Jerry the ball, playing midfield, and saying, yeah, I beg you, just deal with that, bro. What? Bro, you giving me the ball in the most weirdest position.
That's what I'm saying, but that's what it was. That there was a couple of times, even with Thiago, like the passes he's making, they're like straight. That you never make passes. Like, bruv, this is, but you never make passes just straight down the middle.
You can't.
It's always an angle. Can't. Like, even if you pop it there, you've got to move as an angle. There's a couple of times you popped it into that Baditic, and Baditic's like, hold on, whoa. He just passed it straight back at him in a straight line. Like, it just didn't make any sense. And you're 100% right. Like, Thiago, for me, like, I know it's one game, but when you look at a game like that, you see why he didn't get into this France squad. Because, and I said, Spain squad, sorry, not France squad, Spain squad, but you see it, because when they need someone in midfield just to do the basics, he's overcomplicating things. So, and I said it before.
Drop on the shoulder, like, why?
Listen, whether Henderson gets the ball and just puts his foot on the ball and then passes the ball, or whether he gets the ball and does a little flip-flap with his leg, like above in the air, and then passes the ball, that he's still getting the ball from A to B in the same amount of time. It's not making any difference. I used to go and talk about Thiago and be like, you know what? When he first came, how many times did he do that blind pass when you're like, oh, he's cutting out bare man with that? Like, a simple pass, but he gets the ball back. And no one sees the pass bar him. He's not even doing that anymore. He's not even doing that. You see, Thiago used to be the brother that in the midfield will make the passes that cut through the team. Like, even if it don't cut through the defense, it cut through the midfield. So it gets into the forward line. Now everything's on the outside. He's just become like another Henderson. Getting the ball, popping it on the outside.
Are we surprised though?
Making an overlap for, I mean,
but Jerry, are we surprised though? We know what happens to these midfielders when, you know, they get signed here. Like, I'm seeing people, and big up everyone in the chat, by the way, man, guys. Make sure you're liking, because I don't want Jerry to have to stop the stream, because, you know, I'm already hot as it is. Like, it's like you're the way that you're playing at this current moment in time. And I said it before, like, I don't know what people see in Thiago these days. Like, the guy's not the same The guy's not the Barcelona or Bayern Munich midfielder that I thought we were signing. This guy is some industrial maestro who can drop a shoulder at any give, which he's good at. He could do that. I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm not saying he can't pass. I'm not saying any of those kind of things. But it's not what we need. Thiago is not the type of midfielder that we need in this team right now. That might hurt a few people's hearts. That might break a few hearts. But we can't keep relying on. I'm sorry. I just keep remembering this one moment in the game. Like you were penned in like our left back slot right by the corner flag. And you were just, I don't know what you was trying to do. Like I was like, bro, I beg you just get the ball out. And then when they finally get the ball out, because you've given it to the centre back, he's got zero backlift that he can even use. He can he could have kicked out for a throw in. So if you want to blame him, then blame him. But you've given him the ball in no man's land where he can't do anything other than kick it forward. And he doesn't even have the time because I can't remember who it was rushing in to get the ball off of him. What happened? Man City took the ball. But that was happening constantly. We were just giving the ball away. And it wasn't just Thiago, by the way. We were doing it a lot. Kelleher gave the ball away. The centre-backs were constantly giving the ball away. Like, it was a theme of the game. Liverpool, give possession away. You cannot give possession to the best team in the country at possession. Does that even make sense?
Probably, it doesn't make sense at all. The problem we've got now, and it's messed up, is that we've tried to, because teams sit in a low block, we've tried to go into this possession style of football. Now that we've got the possession style of football, we're not that good at it. Like, we're not the best at it, shall I say. We're not the best. So I can name a couple teams when I think of in possession, their patterns are better. Arsenal and City are two that I can just mention that their patterns of possession are better. So in possession, they just look better. They are better. They're more effective when they've got the ball. Liverpool are more effective without the ball, right?
Mm-hmm. Considering
that fact, we're now trying to revert to what we used to do now, but we ain't got the players for that because you let go of a Genie. You didn't replace the Genie. You got a Thiago. And now you're playing a Thiago and an Elliott. Whereas before you had the Genie and a Hendo. They're two completely different profiles of midfielder. Two completely different profiles of midfielder. like you can't.
But this is why I don't want to sign your Bellinghams and your Enzos, because I'm just like, guys, they're just gonna do the same things that Hendo or a Thiago is doing. If that doesn't help us,
unless they're trying to go and they're trying to reload it and go back to what they were doing in 14, 15, and then years there, and just go with just bare athletes in the midfield. But if that's the case, and this is what I'm talking about, and it goes back to what I'm saying, if that's the case, I don't want to see Jude anyway, because that's too much peas for a brother like that. You don't need to spend 150 million to get a brother that's going to run around. You don't.
Like you know what?
You can go to Leeds and you can offer a nice package for Adams, bro. A nice package with Keita going the other way. A nice package. You don't need to spend 150 million on it or 90 million on an Enzo to do what Henderson does.
Bro, my thing is, I look at the midfield as well. I was gonna ask, what is what's the midfield supposed to even do? I don't even understand. I don't. It's for me what it was doing before when you had Gini, Hendo, and Fabinho playing in their pomp was Gini was kind of like the retention kind of guy. When he gets the ball, he can keep that ball, hold off whoever, maybe drag a couple players, pop it off, and then we move. Blah blah blah. Fabinho is just sitting in that front of midfield. Like today, when I'm watching, I'm just like, blood. Bajcetic, I feel sorry for you, bro. I do genuinely feel sorry for you because maybe I'll speak for myself. Maybe I gassed you so much into thinking that you could come to the Etihad and play your football. Today showed me you cannot play that kind of game. You're not that guy. You're not good enough to come into this team and play in these kind of games against the Manchester City team away at the Etihad. You were drowning, bro. I felt sorry for you. You were drowning in that game. Elliot and big up, I think it was Wino mentioned in the comments, don't worry, the heat will come. The Heat, like Elliot, I have nothing else really to say on the guy. Like we saw it. Elliot was drowning. He was absolutely drowning in that team.
What?
Like he didn't do anything. He doesn't really offer you anything anyway. Like both attacking and defensively. You know, people like to throw up these stats. Bro, just watch the game. Just watch the game. I don't care about your stats. Just watch the game, and you'll see that this guy just really isn't really it. The only bright spark, maybe Robbo. He was the only one I could realistically, and I don't even think he even played that well. But maybe Robbo. If I like Nunez, the thing is Nunez, bar the chances.
No, he had a good game. Like Nunez had a good game. Like, but like my issues with my qualms with Nunez isn't him having a good game. I'm just saying you didn't have to go and spend that amount of money on someone to do that role he's doing. That's my issues at the moment.
Yeah.
The role he's doing, that he's doing well in, so being out wide, just causing issues, running up. We don't need to spend that amount of money on a player like that. Like, do you know what I mean? It's gonna be like you know when Atletico Madrid signed that Jackson Martinez, the Colombian.
Yeah.
It's giving me those types of vibes. You spent a lot of money, but you didn't have to spend the money on someone just to do that. Like what I'm saying is, he was a striker, but then he started playing left mid. Then he was playing in the 10, and doing all these types of just. Simeone was just moving him about. And what I'm saying is, why pay money for why pay money for him to do that role if you could have got someone £40 million cheaper to do that?
And use the money wisely in positions that we fucking need, like like midfield.
I think about exactly, because imagine you did that and then there was money left over to go and buy those talks of Amrabat, yeah? But let's just talk about Amrabat, because Amrabat we were looking at him before the World Cup anyway. Apparently. If that's the case, then you could have went and got an Amrabat and you wouldn't have had to settle for a Melo. That's the problem. That's the issue.
You know what worries me though? More about that game. Which player, in your opinion anyway, who was rested was going to come into that game and change the result? So you got Van Dijk.
Maybe Virgil. Maybe Virgil. Reason why I say that is because Gomez, we might as well start.
You're right.
But we might as well start with him. It's time. It's time. Like, listen, the trim's come too late. The trim has come too late now, bro. I've asked for this trim for years, bro. We've come for it now because it's Christmas approaching. Mrs. wants to do the Christmas photo shoots with little man. I hear it.
Got to do one two photo shoot at that.
1-2 matching pajama set, like that. But I don't. It's But
look what you said. Look at the player that you mentioned. You didn't mention no midfielder. You didn't mention no attacker. You said the one guy who probably come into this game and maybe have affected the result in some way, shape, or form was Van Dijk. Like, yeah, that tells you kind of everything that you need to know. Like, yeah, I mean Ramsey. Like, I'm baffled. Like, I would have preferred if you just played Ramsey instead of Milner.
Hold on, but what I don't get is if Klopp, for me, with that selection, treated this game as a dead rubber game, or I'd hoped that he did, right? Considering the selection. If you treat that, because Fabinho was available, Henderson was available, they're on the bench.
Yeah, I thought they weren't available. I fully thought they weren't available.
But they came on. So they're available, right? They're available.
Yeah.
Where was Trent? I don't know. So, cool.
By the way, just before you continue, Ake and Virgil were in the same team.
No. And Ake played at left back, and he had to run more because he played at the free at the back, and he had anyway.
I didn't want to say it.
But cool. If they are available, you've chosen to go with Bajcetic, Carvalho, Elliott, but he's a starter, I guess. Gomez, Phillips came on, Nunez started, right? But then you brought the players on to salvage what?
I don't know.
You might as well have just started Ramsey and just said, you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? If he treated that game as it is what it is, I'd be talking differently. As soon as you start bringing on Keita, Ox, you didn't bring in any of the youngsters on. Frauendorf didn't get a look in.
No
Doak. Do you know what I mean? Didn't get a look in.
I said Frodo.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get what Klopp's trying to do. I spoke about, you know what, playing the best team that we got available because they need to get up to speed, but then the team don't play because they are available, but you settle for the second string team, but then you bring on the first team as to salvage the day.
It didn't even make sense. These subs that he's making are so weird, bro. Honestly, it's making me think like, you know, when you get to like the end of a relationship, you kind of know it's the end of the relationship. Like you just know, like, yeah, I'm at my wit's end. I've done everything I possibly can. She ain't really feeling man anymore. This is our last holiday together, kind of thing.
And on that last holiday, this to
shit
as well.
It just goes to shit. Like anything you do, it's like I said, it's like I mentioned earlier on today, and I was like, you know, when you're so angry with someone, like you even start asking them questions like, why are you eating the chicken so loud? Like it's that type of a feeling. And I feel like with Klopp, some of the decisions that he makes is like he's at that point, because as you just rightly said, bro, like why are you bringing on Hendo and Fabinho? I'd rather you just didn't bring them on. I'd rather you actually just brought on whoever was on the bench, your Doax or whoever. I don't know. I can't remember who was on the bench, but just bring them on, because bringing on the first team just defeated the point of you even having them there in the first place. If they were available, just use them. I didn't see Manchester City complaining about having to use Nathan Ake, who again was in the same team with Van Dijk, played in the same game against Argentina that they lost on penalties, that they had to go to extra time.
Ran more than him.
Ran more. John Stones came on the fucking pitch, and I was like, weren't this guy playing for England like 2 seconds ago?
At right back.
Come on, bro. Like I said, it's just too many. And the thing is, if before the game, like Jerry said, if before the game he plays a completely youthful side, then we'd just be talking different. It would just be a case of, look, our youth ain't no match for Man City as it is, kind of thing, and no one's available. So okay, fair enough. You can only play. You can only use what's in front of you. No problem with that. Throw in a couple, whoever didn't go to the World Cups. Yeah, I'm kind of easy with that. I can kind of live with that a little bit more. The problem is it's like I said before the game. It's like you didn't know whether you wanted to win the game or not. Do I want to win the game? All right, so I'm going to start Nunez. I'm going to start Salah. I'm going to start Robbo. I'm going to have, Thiago on the pitch, flanked. Like, do you think that having Thiago in the middle and Elliott and Bajcetic, like either side, like, was that supposed to work for you? What, Bajcetic in a lone position against Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Cole Palmer, Rico Lewis coming into the middle with Rodri in there? What was Bajcetic supposed to do? Like I said, I feel sorry for the kid. I feel sorry for him. Forget the age. Just someone who's just that inexperienced away at the Etihad, and you've told him, all right, bro, so you're going to be on your own for like 90% of the time that you're on the pitch. So in your head, because the manager's told you that, you're probably thinking, all right, so I can show my skills. Yeah, I mean, he did a couple passes and that. But yeah, but what the manager didn't tell you is that they're going to have about 6 players in the middle at any given time. And that's without having Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, and Jack Grealish on the actual pitch. This is just the players who are actually playing. So you got to deal with that during the game. Bajcetic received no help. Thiago was one of the worst leaders on the pitch today, and I expected a lot more from him. A lot more. I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna say, yeah, like all of this, because he was playing it. No. You don't get no ride around here, bro. You were shit. You were absolutely dog shit, and you didn't help. You're the 2 young players next to you when you needed to help them, because they needed it. They were drowning here at the Etihad. They were drowning, man. We were just getting saved by the fact that City just weren't putting away their chances. Imagine if City scored all those chances in the first 10 minutes. But we'll be talking about some record Carabao Cup game right now, man. 6-7-2 to Man City. Do you get what I'm trying to? Heck, we might not have even scored just purely because.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And when I need say that again.
I said you're right, because if they had scored a couple early on, automatically
that game's done. Done.
We got to press. And, us pressing at the moment. What Phillips at the back over the one ball over the top. Come on.
You know, I knew it. You know when I knew it was sad times. You know when I just knew, and I was waiting for it, and I saw it in the other Liverpool group, and I saw it on Twitter. As soon as Nat Phillips made that tackle on Haaland, and the whole world, Jamie Carragher, Baresi, I said, "Yo, we are in the mud. Like we're actually celebrating that he made a tackle against Hart." Like what?
Do what's mad though? This is what I'm saying. Is man actually violating you? You know. Like, imagine you never went. Imagine you with a brother, yeah, that couldn't get any girls at all. Anytime we go out, never chatting to things. And then one time you're chatting to a thing for longer than everything, and I'm calling you, Casanova, yeah. But I'm taking a mick out of you because you know you're not Casanova, bro.
Yeah, it's actually like that. It's actually exactly like that, to be fair.
When Laporte dealt with Nunez, what was the talk? Oh, great work. Yeah, good challenge from Laporte. He done well there. That was it. Yeah, literally, that was it. He done a Cruyff at the San Siro.
Man's bringing up Cruyff turns in fucking San Siro. I was busting up. I was in tears, bro.
Carragher for me at the moment, man. I need to put it out there, man. He's really. I don't know. I don't want to call it, because I think he's been so good as a pundit. He's becoming a bit stale. And what I mean by that is,
yeah, he is.
The comments, like him talking about this game, he's like, it's better than the World Cup final. I'm like, what are you talking about? What? You got to
like look at it like this though, Jerry. Unfortunately, however you view Cara, and I think he has been a good pundit for Sky. He's only been a good pundit for Sky when Liverpool been doing well, because now he's able to talk from a place of a lot more joy, a lot more enthusiasm. He's got more of a know-how of Liverpool. He knows how Liverpool's run, etc., etc. So he's able to also, like, and because he's recent history as well, he's able to give us that kind of, so Liverpool's like this, and so when you're inside and the manager blah blah and this, that, and the third, and and yet whatever, all of that stuff. When Liverpool been doing poorly, you're starting to see that trend now. You're starting to see slowly, it's not the same Carragher anymore. Now, as you said, he's becoming quite stale, making, silly comments. Some of the things he's actually said, in regards to just Liverpool in a general sense, it's now just turned into that kind of, so you really are a top red, right? You really were a top red, like proper top red. I mean, I get it, because you're Liverpool through and through and all of that stuff. I understand it, but I thought he was a bit different. Maybe we might see it with Gary Neville once Man United can pattern up their things. Maybe we'll start seeing that shift and change in how they actually commentate and the things that they say. But even he today, he knew he didn't have anything to say on the game. Like, it was all about Liverpool still in the game. There was nothing to do with Liverpool winning the game, nothing to do with Liverpool being able to affect the game in some way. He was as baffled as we were that we were only a goal behind. Like, I was confused. I was like, City are really, this is City nowhere near top form. I don't care. Bring every Manchester City fan. That was not City at their best. Fuck no. I've seen you play way better against Burnley and Aston Villa. So let's not even go there. So it's like, when I'm seeing these kind of performances, and this is what we always go back to, because we can only talk relative to the performance. When I'm watching these kind of performances, I'm trying to pick out, like, even if it's a performance, you lose 3-2, but yo, Liverpool are on it, man. Like, yo, I don't even know their goalkeeper's name. I don't even know it now. But whoever that goalkeeper was, if I'm sitting here at the end of the game and saying, bro, he pulled out saves though. Like Nunez, he had 6 shots on target, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he should have bagged one. Or Salah, he had 3, and I think
the stat was mad. Do you know how many? I know you're saying that hypothetically, but do you know how many shots on target Liverpool had in this game?
You're gonna tell me it's bare. Go on. Go on.
Three. Ake had 3 himself. Ake himself had 3. And you want to come and talk to me about us winning or dominating? Could have easily been 2-2. That's what someone's tried to say. Could have easily been 2-2. What?
Like there was just no positives from the game. Like and that shocked me because we were trying to think just now. You know, I'm saying Robbo, Nunez, and that's me like clutching at straws. Like there was 0 positives. Like there really wasn't. Like I would only be picking a player to pick a player, if that makes sense. Like there was no real positives from that game where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Fuck it. He was actually all right though. Like maybe Keller. Yeah.
Like Keller, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I rate him so much. Just leave Liverpool. Bro.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good.
Be a number 1. You could be Leicester's number 1. Like you're better than Ward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're that.
And now we're out of the cup. Now we're out, so he's not going to get any games really at all. FA Cup, 3rd round, he'll get that.
Yeah, but how about if you get knocked out of that? Is that it? Is that your career finished? Like your season finished? Is that what we're saying?
No, bro. Look, I'm with you, bro. I'm totally with you. I think someone like a Kelleher, he's got to just start looking at him and think, yeah, I think my time at Liverpool is done, man. Like you deserve a lot better. I think you're a good goalkeeper, and you could easily go to another top 6 team. I mean, you could be Tottenham's goalkeeper. It's not like Lloris is banging out any trees anyways. Like I think Lloris is shit. So I think, you know, you could go there and be their goalkeeper for the next 10 years. And I don't see why that would be a problem for someone like a Tottenham, like moving forward into like their new era of, you know, kind of football. Like anyone, Villa, well, they got, my goodness.
I think with his feet as well, he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Keeper. He's just a very good keeper. Very, very.
And because he's so big, he's quite imposing. Like there was a moment in the game. I think the ball got we gave the ball away again, and it was coming back to him, and he ran. I didn't know he was that quick. Like he ran out quick to get the ball, like to latch onto it before whoever was. I think it was like haaland and someone else. I was like, okay, yeah, you're kind of fast for a goalkeeper. Like maybe you know I give you ratings. I give you. I don't think in all the years that I've watched Liverpool, I don't think I've ever looked at Kelleher and thought, this guy's dead. I don't think I've ever looked at him like that. Like ever. Like he's someone who I definitely think to myself, yeah, man, you deserve a move. You deserve to leave Liverpool and further your career, man. Like you ain't really won anything here, but obviously the 2 cups last season. You're not really a part of the team like that.
Like he's not gonna.
Your first team, yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna usurp Alisson.
No.
By a bad injury or something. So yeah, I mean, look, I think we should just get into the match ratings, innit? We'll get into the comments after. Keep the comments coming, people. There's 30 of us in the building. I want to see as many likes as possible. I've checked the likes, and the likes are matching up, G. The likes are matching up. So I'm not gonna have to go and, run the rhythm. But the rhythm's there regardless.
If you guys are watching any other streams, turn that shitty streams off. Come over here.
Yeah, bro. Like, any stream that's going on right now. To be fair, I don't know why you're over there in that stream. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. What we should do is start sending messages over there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to start sending some of you in the comments here to go over there and be like, yo, tell everyone dust, man. Tell everyone dust.
Actually, bro, I'm going to lie. I don't care anymore, bro. It's war, innit? Bro, I swear I don't care anymore.
I'm treating this like the Man United-Arsenal rivalry, bros. Like, I'm sorry.
Not associating with certain man, like that. The table's different. Our table's different. The England camp. This is our table, bro. I'm not trying to.
We're from this side, and then everyone else sits on that other table, like over there somewhere. Like you could sit over there.
Yeah, sometimes you play a match together. You got training together, but
yeah, no, bro. So listen, international duty. But like when man needs to, we're together in that. But when we're all playing on the same day and that, bro, it's war out here, man. Sorry, guys.
Trust me, it is what it is. Yeah, man. Just guys, just get into the ratings with us as well. Let's start Kelleher. I don't know. I'll give him a 7, innit?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7. I think he played well. Today, man.
Yeah, it was a good
Currently
game.
fought for none of the goals.
Exactly, a good game. I say a good game. Obviously, we conceded 3, so I can't give him more than that. But yeah, I mean,
he wasn't at fault, so I'm not going to blame him for the goals. So I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sui Junior, man, do that, man. I need you to go over to that side and tell everyone to dust from that whatever streams. I don't care what streams are on. Tell them streams are shit. Tell them to come over here, man. We're good. We're good money over here.
Oh yeah, damn. Yeah, I need to let the man them know as well. We got some sponsors in the building, but when that drops, you know what I mean? We got some sponsors in the building. But yeah. Right back. Milner.
1. And then who came on?
No,
Gomez moved to.
Yeah, so we'll do it in a minute because we'll just do the 3 centre backs, innit? Well, we'll do we'll just do the 3 centre backs. Yeah, I think 1 or 2. I think, bruv, they were raping his ass today, bro. Like they were just over the top, ball over the top, run, bro. Cole Palmer, Di Maria region, he was making him look mad. Cole Palmer was looking like the equivalent of like if I don't know. Emil Smith-Rowe, like them brothers that experienced in the game playing, and he had a good game. Like he was causing havoc.
He's what people want Jones to be. Like and he's not even at Foden's level. Imagine that he's not even at Foden level. Like
I want Jones to be like it. Exactly, that's exactly it. And where was Jones? Where was Jones? Where was Jones?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Where was Jones, bro? Fuck, I forgot about him. Shit, I forgot.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, now Milner. Now I'm giving Milner. I'll give you a lie. I'll say 2 then at the bare highest.
Yeah, Matip. I'll give him a 5.
I was gonna say 6 because I felt like he was all right in terms of his passing. He was the only one really that I felt like anytime he got the ball from the back, it almost opened the game up a little bit for us. Like when he was moving forward,
because he attracts players to him.
Because he attracts players, and then he's got that. He's his kind of awkwardness I can deal with. Like if Nunez was awkward like that, I'll be like calm because his awkwardness it gets in places, and I'm just like, bro, how did you do that? But I don't care. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing. But yeah, 5.5. I'll give 5.5.
Hold on. RJ saying every other Liverpool stream is saying LFC was way better than City. We don't have to worry. This was our second string. I kid you not. If anyone goes and tells me that, I'll on camera say, you know what, that's fine. I can't come on your channel. I'll actually say that. Yeah, there's one thing saying much better than City, way better than City.
Second string, brother. We brought on Fabinho and Hendo. It's not like we brought on Diaz, flipping Firmino, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson, Van Dijk. Like, anyways,
no, but
it don't really matter.
City, G, regardless, second string, but we were way better than City anyway.
I hear that.
I don't know what game people are watching. I don't know what people expect football to be like. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway.
Don't have me trolling.
Exactly. I'll give him a 6 as well, maybe. Yeah, because he did create the thing for the goal, innit?
Yeah.
Like that thing. So I'll give him a 6. I think that's fair. Joseph Gordon.
1. He's getting a 1, man.
Yeah, he's getting a 1. I think he deserves a 1. I think it's done for him, innit? And I was saying it before, but like the shape ups and the little fade has come too late now, man. It's come too late because you should have been trying to like change up your image and your bozo. This was supposed to be you're supposed to be getting
get a fade or something.
No, but you're supposed to be getting out of this at this age. You're going to be, do you know what I mean? Going to be 25, 26.
You know what's scary? Look at Konate and look at Gomez. I can't remember how old Konate is. 21?
21.
And Gomez is what, 26?
Going to be 26 at the end of the season, so 25.
Who's the younger? Who's the older, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like, you'd think Gomez was younger than flipping Konate. Because the way that Gomez has been moving, as you said, bro, I expect you now to be a lot more experienced in the game. Bro, you're like Tyrone Mings and them, man. I'm just thinking about it now. Like, you're like on that kind of level.
Like Konza, Mings.
Yeah.
Like even Gay, he's better.
Connor Cody and that. Like, you're on that kind of.
Connor Cody's better than him. Like, don't get
It
it
probably
twisted.
is. Yeah,
But don't
yeah,
get it
yeah.
twisted.
Probably is.
Passing's better. His reading of the game is better. His experience is better. He's a better leader. He commands the back better. Like, he's just better. That you're actually better off. Do you know what you're better off doing? You know what Liverpool are better off doing? Liverpool are actually better off shotting him for 20 million and getting a centre back for like 10 mil, like an old one.
Yeah. Someone with just mad experience.
You know when you got Ragnar Klavan, you know, like that. You just got Klavan.
Yeah.
Like
Someone
that.
who just comes in, do their job every now and again. I don't really want to see you play, and then you're good.
Yeah. For fourth or fifth choice, that's what you need. You don't need anything else. We don't need.
Bro, we need centre backs. You know, we actually need to start signing some centre backs, bro.
Kumetio. Oh, Morton's going to be the centre back. I forgot. Morton's playing centre back, innit, for Blackburn.
I can't wait until next season. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens. Really interesting.
Jesus Christu, bro. Jesus Christu. Flipping out, man. Phillips, Nat Phillips.
I'll give him a 5 because I don't feel like he did anything really wrong.
I'll give him a 6.
Cool.
The reason why I say that is because I think he didn't do anything wrong, didn't misplace any passes, won all his headers, made that challenge. He's better than Gomez, which is mad.
That's crazy.
Mad.
Maybe he should be going to England, boy, like over Gomez.
I swear to you, he's better than Gomez. I swear to you, he's more reliable.
Oh, he definitely. Oh, yes, 100%, 100%, 100%.
But then that's what I want, then, bro. What's the point of having anything if it's unreliable?
Yeah.
I give you a phone. It's a Samsung, but it's reliable, bro. I can give you the newest iPhone, but it might die today. You might need to go and pick up someone from somewhere, your mum from the airport or something, and your phone goes dead and you're stuck in traffic. And you know it's not turning back on until the next day. It's unreliability, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? It's not good enough. And for me,
that's mad to actually sit here and think you're making, like, when I'm deep in it, I feel like Phillips should probably be ahead of Gomez in the pecking order right now.
When's the last time you saw Phillips go and look like, oh my God, he looks a mess today? That he's garbage.
It's true. Yeah, he doesn't really have like shit games. He doesn't really. Yeah, he's one of them players. Like, I think we all have a preconception of him because we know he's a bit slow and stuff like that. So immediately when we play against pace, really that's just Klopp's fault because of the high line. But if I'm being honest, the whole team looks shit when we play high line anyway. So it's not like Phillips is exempt from being. You know what? You know what? I'd actually rather have Phillips in my team right now than Gomez at this present moment in time. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Left back, Robbo.
Five.
Yeah.
5.5 maybe.
Yeah, something like
Again.
that. Between 5 and 6. I just think with me, like, you know, you just want a bit more quality. Like, you just
I think they stopped shooting.
The volley, like that. Like, I just need a bit more quality. Like, it's just a bit more like, you know, like Guerrero for Portugal when he was playing.
Yeah.
Quality.
I need some sauce.
Yeah, you know, quality. Like, they're just quality. Even like, there's just certain players, you just know the quality is always there. Now, with him, the crossing,
Nuno Mendes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, quality. Like Alexandro when he played in the World Cup for Brazil. Defensively solid, but just, like his striking, you saw quality, hit the bar. Like, you know, it's just quality. With Robbo, he crosses the ball, but that's about it.
I know what you mean. I fully know what you mean.
Like,
he's the chick. He's like he's the plain lime, was it lemon and herb that you can get from Nando's and that, which is calm. That's calm. But sometimes I don't know, man. I want a little bit more spice in my food. Like, I don't really just want to just run a lemon and herb. Like, I might want medium today. I don't know. Like, but I get what you mean. I fully get what you mean with Robbo.
It's like running around. Like, it's that, I don't know, man.
You're only on a diet and you can only eat rice and chicken, but the rice has to be plain and the chicken has to be plain because you're on that diet. Like, it can't have no flavor, nothing.
The rice, the chicken, and the broccoli. That's it.
Yeah, and the fat broccoli as well. Like, it has to be
the crunchy one. It's not even cooked properly. It's just hard.
That's what Robo is like. It will get the job done because it will fit into my dietary requirements. But I want more. Like, I need a bit more. I need jollof rice or something. I don't know, man. You're just not.
Even like a quinoa or something, and it's dead.
Bruh, anything.
Dead. Like, you put some colors in it, like right, like I've got some color. Like,
I've got some color, like.
That's when I see like one day him like get the ball, shift it onto the right side of his foot, and just do like a Rabona. Just show me you got that in the number. There's something. Oh, what a ball! Like something like that where I'm like, oh, okay, cool. A lot of the time he's just wrapping his foot around the box, and look, it's effective. But look,
if he wasn't Scottish, I swear he'd be like the perfect scouser. Like, he'd actually be like the perfect scouser.
Yeah,
like he just fits everything about just being that type of guy. Like, but no, I'll allow Robert. I'll give him a 5.5. I'll give him 5.5.
Yeah, fair. Bajetic.
Sorry, brother, man. You get a 2 as well, man.
2, man.
Sorry, bro. I don't blame, but you're on the pitch too, man.
Bro, it's the popcorn diet. It's the popcorn diet. It's not helping them, man. Did you see how long? Did you see this? Cole Palmer and him. Listen, Cole Palmer's like got him, done him, and passed the ball off. And Bajetic is holding his top.
Oh yeah.
And Bajetic can't stop him running. Hasn't pulled him over. It's actually taken Cole Palmer to that double hand twist, throw him over, where Bajetic is holding him on, and their legs get tangled up, and he drops him. But he couldn't like prevent him moving. Like, you know when that Salah, if he was to go and grab you, like, you ain't running away, innit? Like, it's gonna be a foul straight. The brother's gonna pull up and be like, "Aye, do I mean foul?" Phillips ran that 20 yards, bro, with him just holding on to his top. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
You know when your legs are now tired because you're thinking, bro, I'm not even running at my pace. I'm running at your pace because I'm holding on to you.
The legs are hitting your backside and that. They're just
because you're not even really running anymore. Like, I'm running at your pace, so it's almost like trying to tail like a motorbike. Like, bro, at some point my legs are gonna give way.
It's gonna give way, innit? It's like, you know, when you're running down the hill and the momentum's taking you so fast, but your legs can't keep up. And you know, at any moment you're gonna be like, oh, like, I need to just
Jesus, take the wheel. Bro, Jesus, just take the wheel, man. Just take me. Like, I can't even do this any longer, bro.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Obviously, big up I am Jono saying, look, KDB, that he spun him after 3 minutes. Yeah, and then
I know.
Then you got Cruyff twice in it. You got one Cruyff, then you got another Cruyff, and it was just like, yeah, you're getting Cruyff the hell out of yourself on the byline as well. Yeah,
I know you were busy. I know he was busy.
Fabinho came on as a sub. I give him a 5. I think he was average.
Yeah. I think he's average.
I think, do you know what's happening with Fabinho? Do you know, I'm clocking his... although he was decent today, before he used to like make challenges standing up. Now he's doing the whole diving on the ground, rolling around. I'm seeing him
because he can't get there. He can't get there. He can't get there quick enough.
It's gonna do him. It's gonna do him. And look, he done all right today, but yeah, I'll give him a 5. I don't know about you, but
yeah. There was nothing really to come. People were getting onto him. I was like, you need to be getting onto Thiago. Like, Fabinho was not the issue. Like, trust me. If anything, he was probably more of a help than anything else. Just in terms of trying to keep some type of control in the midfield. Yeah. I think that 5. Good with that.
Yeah. Harvey Elliott.
2. I barely even noticed the guy was playing. What did he do? Man got hooked anyway. Yeah, he was blowing. See, man. I said, yeah. You look like you've been. You know, when you look at someone, you're like, yeah, you look like you needed to just get off the pitch, my bro. Like, it's cool, bro. It happens to the best of us. I've seen you go to the San Siro. Not really live up to.
Happens to the best of him.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Happening only to him, bro. He's going to big stadiums and looking starstruck.
Brother is he is drowning in these big stadiums, brother. Like, man is going to San Siro. Really, it's Klopp. He's the enemy of progress because he just be sending Elliot to these big stadiums and saying, "All right, do a job for me today, bro." What? What? San Siro? First, that's already too big. I already knew that was gonna fuck. Then you go to the Etihad away, and you just look like. Did you go to the World Cup? That's what he looked like. He just looked like a brother who's played. He just come back from the final against Argentina.
Yeah, he played too many games. He just played too many games.
Too many games. That's funny.
Do you know what it is, though? He's another one. He's another one though, where him and alongside another brother that we're going to get into later on, yeah. Smellier.
That says Smellier was in full effect. That is rude.
Smellier, you know. But yeah, it's for me. He's not really like an athlete in it. Like compare him to like Bellingham, like size wise. Bellingham looks like his dad's size. Like put it this way, Elliot is still smaller than his dad. He's never like by a long distance.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Like it's like he hasn't really grown. Like he hasn't got a man's body yet.
Mm.
But
which I'd expect him to have by now. You've been playing a lot of football.
You're 20, bro.
But you've been playing football, so you know, like obviously I know, like in football terms, like I could look at a 20-year-old Bellingham, and you could just look at him and tell, yo, this is a guy. He's been playing football for a minute, like for a minute.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Like, you know, in school you had them, or if you went to uni, you had them. The brothers that were in the gym from just an athlete. You saw they were like raw. They were bigger than everyone else. That's just how it was. He just that thing where he's just quite small. He's not fast. He's not strong. He hasn't got an engine on him. He's decent, like with his tech. And that's what we're relying on. That's our star. I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't think. Let's put it this way: if Liverpool are serious and they go out and sign a better midfield, my question to everyone is, where does Elliot fit into that team? Because I know he isn't going to be one of the 3 players that's in the new midfield, if there is one. So where does he play? Rotation? For a guy that's been banging out football for the last 2 seasons now, give or take. Obviously, last season injury and all that. This season has been banging it out. So he's going to go from playing to just stop. Just on the bench now.
Yeah. And look, big up FJ. FJ saying, look, Elliot is learning this position. Do you know Elliot from Fulham days? Then Blackburn on smoke. What smoke are we talking about?
You know what? Forget that. FJ, tell me what position he played in that team. Just tell me what position he played. If we're just gonna go with the premise, and that's fine, that's neither here nor there. If you say he's on smoke, FJ, what position was he playing, bro? Because I don't remember him playing centre mid at Fulham, and I watched him in the academy days. I don't remember him playing centre mid at Blackburn, and I watched him for Blackburn. Watched him quite a lot actually, because he was making a lot of noise, and I said, "Cool, this might be the right winger that we need." So if that's, let's just say, cool, that's a smoke, then what happens now? Like, I don't get it. Like, where do we even go from here? Like, do you continue playing him in that position? Do you move him into central midfield like Klopp has done, and he's supposed to just turn into this hanging central midfielder? Like, I just don't really get it. I just don't really get it, man. It's boring.
I'm gonna list off a list of players, yeah, because I didn't realize. I thought Harvey Elliott was 18 and just turned 19.
How old is he?
He's 20 at the end of the season. By the end of the season, his birthday's in April, but by the end of the season, he'll be 20. Bro, that's Yunus, that's Pedri, that's Doku, that's Adeyemi.
Gavi, Musiala, Bellingham, Enzo. No, Enzo will be older than that, actually. Yeah. Musiala still 19.
Noni Madueke.
I like him. I think he's all right.
Oh, Gravenberch, 20.
Wow. Look at the profile of players. Just look at the profile. Like, and when I say profile, I don't mean actual player.
Cole Palmer and Harvey Elliott are the same age.
Yeah. And the only thing you can say that Harvey Elliott would have over Cole Palmer is games. Just more games. He's played more.
Yeah. FJ, you're saying he's learning the midfield role. Bruv, he's done it for 2 seasons now. Yes, he got injured, but he's got about 20 games under his belt in midfield. How long is he going to learn for?
More than that.
And more than that, and even then, people, like, why is he learning on the job at Liverpool then? If he has to learn the position, if he's not good enough to just take it in his stride, there's a loan option, in it. Send him on loan again. Send him somewhere where they're going to play him in midfield.
There's a comment actually from Mick Lovin. He just put it out there about Harvey and Palmer. I think, yeah, Harvey played more, and that's the difference. That is the key difference there. Now, I'm not saying that you can't. Players shouldn't play. Of course they should, because you only really get experience from, playing matches. But there's something to be said. If you're going to keep a player and you want a player to play a certain position in your team, you might need to just coach them into just playing that position every now and again. Like, that might need to be something that you kind of work on. That might be something that even when Elliott was still in the under 23s and stuff like that, that he plays that position. He wasn't even playing it really there. He was still stuck out on the right-hand side. And we're trying to get him to go from right wing to central midfield. And then sometimes if we play a 4-4-2, he plays right mid again. So I'm just like, you're not really helping. He's not that type of footballer. He's not a Foden where they don't really have like a set position, where Foden didn't come into this thing and you're like, yeah, he's going to be a left winger or he's going to be like, there was no position for him. It was just, you're a player who can play in the multiple of positions that Manchester City require for us to play their football. He's not that type of guy. He is someone who actually came into the game, Elliott's that right winger, cutting on the left. He was always that type of guy. And then you're trying to train man to go into central midfield. I'll just put you like this. Name me one young player that Klopp has had under his wing who's not Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has done well.
I fucked up.
Just one young player, and you know what? I'll be kind. I'll say 21, because anything older than that, I'm sorry, man. You're now in the adults game now. Yeah. Anyone from 21 and under, Jurgen Klopp has taken under his wing and said, "Boom, I'm going to turn this guy into a Sutton."
Can we use Dortmund or just Liverpool?
The fact that you have to use Dortmund is what I'm getting at. That is what I'm getting at. We now have to go back 7-8 years to whoever at Dortmund.
You won't go back a decade. Do it is. That's like me saying, G. That's like me saying, yeah.
That's mad.
You saying, "Alright, Jay, what, you can't get any things? Like, where's the last time you drew a ting? Like, that's mad. Where's the last time you went out and drew a ting and then packed on that night out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, back at uni." And I'm like,
you start scratching the back of your head, like, "Yeah, brother, yeah."
10 years ago, bro. That's 10 years ago. When I didn't have that belly yet and that.
10 years ago, bro. That's so dumb.
Crazy, bro.
10 years ago, bro. We're talking about a time when that's really all he kind of had anyway at Dortmund, was just bare, like, young. It wasn't even that young. I think the only player I can think of is Goetze. Because
that was what I was going to say,
Goetze. Okay, cool. So we'll say outside of Trent, the one guy that he's had in all that time is Goetze from Dortmund days. So we're not talking about a manager who has a great track record with young players. We've had your Ben Woodburns, your Harry Wilsons, your Liam Millers.
What's mad is that
Ryan Kent.
You get the opportunity, but the opportunity isn't like, the opportunity is like a charity game. You know that when you get the opportunity to go at Anfield, but you never become a pro, but you get the opportunity to just player and that's what it is. So a lot of these players, when you look at the numbers, a lot of players have played for Liverpool. Like a lot of young players that you've listed.
Yeah, a lot.
But who have actually made the grade? But you look at other teams, and by hook or by crook, for whatever reason, when they look at their academy and when they're relying on their academy, their players are top. Their players are top dollar. They are.
I'm just trying to think, guys. Again, guys in the chat, like, let me know. Like, I'm genuinely asking. Like, you might throw out some names I've just forgotten about, but the names I'm thinking of are your Brewsters and that. Brewster's out here knocking about in the Championship, can't get a goal to save his life. This is the same guy that they were telling man was supposed to be the Michael Owen.
Yeah, the Bobby Firmino replacement, isn't it?
The Bobby Firmino replacement. But somehow he just couldn't work what. So that's just because Klopp's system is so he can only deal with players from the age of 24, 5 and upwards.
Jesus Christ. Listen to this, yeah. How many goals? He's made 60 appearances for Sheffield. How many goals, G? Guess.
5. No. 4.
Spot on.
What? Which one?
4. Spot on. Bruv, I swear on my dad's grave. I swear down I could score 4 goals.
Hey, Brewster, man, you're letting South London down. Is he from South?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you're letting down the South, your side down, my guy. Like, you and Gomez and that. I don't know what you're doing on that side of the map, but whatever it is that you're doing, you're just letting down the side, bro. Like, you need to keep that South London behavior just to a bare minimum now, because whatever you're doing is just moving mad. 60 games and you've only got 4 goals. Bro, and this is why, and the reason why I went off on that tangent, FJ, was just to say, I know you're saying, yeah, he's learning the position, etc., and I get all of that. But remember, we're not dealing with a manager who has a good track record with these young players anyway. So we're not dealing with the guy that you can at least say, nah, but you know what I mean? Like, by the way, I'm not talking about having a player who can play for Liverpool. I'm just talking about a guy who can just make a decent career, like who's not going to be knocking about for Macclesfield in 2 seasons' time, or for Crawley Town or something like that. Like, or I'm just talking about a good Premier League player that we won't necessarily have, kind of thing. That's fine. He can go to any other team, but this is the level. So when we're talking about Elliot and he's learning positions and stuff like that, do you think he's going to be able to learn this position under Jurgen Klopp and turn into this central midfielder that we so need moving forward? I don't think so. There's no evidence to suggest that that's going to be any different. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, literally.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But look, let's just run through these.
Sorry.
No, that happens, man. It's calm. We need to get into the groove of it, innit? It is what it is. We've got a lot to get off our chest. First game back, so it's expected.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We were on midfield still, so we still.
Thiago.
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, 2.
I think him. He's got to show more leadership for me, especially in the midfield. It's a position that demands leadership because you're dictating where people go with your passing. If not, you're telling people where to go. He didn't do that well enough today. He didn't do that well enough, and yeah, he just didn't. Like, Henderson looked like he was controlling the game a bit better when he came on.
Yeah, I agree.
It's mad. Hendo, might as well talk about him. I think decent. 5
again, 5. Yeah.
5.
Play for someone who only played, I don't even know how many minutes. Somehow he had a better game than Thiago. That tells you everything. That's crazy.
It's mad. Carvalho on the left.
5.
1, 2 for me. 3 for me. Goal. 3 because he got the goal.
You know,
I think apart from the goal, he offered nothing. Got bullied off the ball by De Bruyne. Got no pace. No real ability to get past.
See him trying to get away from. I don't know who it was.
Akanji caught him. Akanji ate him up. Ate him up.
Ate up them yards, boy. What do you think it is with Carvalho? Because I find I know that's Romz's guy, so
I don't
Romz
think
can
he's that
sit here and
good.
defend him.
I
Yeah, I
don't
hear
think he's
that.
that
I
good.
hear that.
No, but I mean, like, I'm not saying he's the worst player in the world. No, I'm not saying get rid of him. I just don't think he's that good.
That's so jokes. I just don't think it's that good.
I don't think City would have went in for him. And
Nah.
if they did go in for him, and if they would have gone in for him, they would have sent him straight back out on loan. And if he was in a team, he'd be just like a brother playing in the under 23s. And if he pops off, he pops off.
Yeah.
But if Cole Palmer can't get in the side, then Carvalho's not getting in the side.
Yeah. Fact.
That's the way I look at it.
Wait, but like, what does he do? Like, when I say what does he do, I mean,
I think
what does he do in terms of position?
I think his best position is it has to be as like a just behind the striker, just floating around and just.
But Jerry, we don't play with someone behind the
like a
striker.
Lampard, like I know they're different style of player, but he's like a Lampard. Like that's how he's gonna get his goals. He's not gonna dub his man up from outside the box. He's not gonna go and play as an 8. Like we're trying to make him play as an 8, as a winger. He just hasn't got the minerals to do that. Like the way I can think about it, if Nunez was in that position where Carvalho was, Nunez is through on goal. Nunez is through on goal. Like that the gap between the goal and where Carvalho won the ball. Like if Nunez was there, he's eating the yards up quickly, and he's on through on goal. Akanji caught him up with ease. He didn't even look like he was ducking. He looked like he was just getting back into position. Like a quick jog, caught him, munched him as well. And he was just, there you go. There was no, like, not even like a bit of like a Hazard play. You know, when he sticks his backside into you and uses his small size to kind of roll you. There was none of that. There was none of that. And I just don't.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a bit, like, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, I need to show you. I need to actually show you, man, like how my legs look at 16, bruv. Like, I don't know what these men are eating, bro.
It's actually true. I'm starting to question a lot about the training.
As an 18, 19-year-old, brother, like that's like first, second year of uni, brother. Like, men are men, bro.
It's true. You're right. Yeah, no, it's true.
Let's not use the young thing, man. Like, man, them are men. They're still wearing like it's really small. And for sports, you gotta have a bit of size about you. If not, like you gotta be ridiculously fast or like ridiculously good. They're neither.
It's true. It's true.
So
It's actually true.
Look at like what Loftus-Cheek was at 19, or look at what Haaland was at 19.
Yeah, them had a beast, bro. And the thing is, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but you're talking about Haaland, like that's an exception." It's not an exception, man. There's a lot of. He just said Loftus-Cheek, like that's two different ends of the scale. Like those are two different types of players. Loftus-Cheek was a big lad, like you know what I'm trying to say. He was a big boy when he was young. Well, still is kind of a big boy now. Reece James, yeah, that's another one I look at.
Who else?
It's this Liverpool. You know what? It's this Liverpool diet.
Like, yeah, who else am I gonna look at? That's 19. I was young, and I was like, right, this guy's a not even specimen. Like, he's just a normal guy. Look at Milner at 16, bruv.
Yeah,
Milner at
bruv.
16,
You know what I think?
Look like a man.
I genuinely believe it must, because remember what Trent was like. You know, remember Trent was some skinny.
Trent was lightweight, man. Trent looked
like lightweight, bro. Like Trent knew. I don't know. Maybe someone going off to that international squad every now and again. A couple man told him, "Yo, man, your leg be looking tiny, my guy. Like, you need to just pattern it up on your top half. You need to get it up a little bit." He just went a bit too far with the other side and went a bit too top heavy with it. But yeah, man, a lot of these players, like you can see, they're just not really. All that running, I guess, you know what I mean? All that running is gonna burn some fat. So Rooney, I see some people in the comments say Rooney as well. Remember Rooney when he was young? Yeah, he was a bit big as well. More than a bit big.
Like even this, I'm gonna send you a picture, but it just looks like he's someone you'd see at goals that wearing like a GoPro, like a Fitbit whilst playing as
Fabregas, yeah, Fabregas is a pretty decent size. Like these guys weren't small, is what I'm getting at. They weren't tiny guys. Like.
But look,
yeah, he was skinny. I remember him. I used to always think the shirt's too big for him.
Yeah, but that's the same way. You know, when I look at like Elliot, like the shirt is touching his elbows. I'm like, brother, like
The shirt's already tight, you know. It's already a tight shirt. Like these Liverpool
Yeah.
tops these days are kind of tight as it is.
That's what I'm saying. They come up mad tight. All the tops, everything comes out tight nowadays, bro.
Because I'm tired, bro.
I don't know.
Got my belly moving mad. I'm like, yo, it's not supposed to be like this, bro. Like, let me. Hey, let my belly chill, bro. Let my belly chill, man.
And it,
Let my belly
you know, you gotta have that. Just you put it on in the morning, and you just don't eat for the rest of the day. So
Just don't eat for the rest of the day, bro. Don't eat. Don't even try and pop a pack of crisps. That's loose.
Yeah.
Someone even said it there. Mukuku, Endrick. Yeah, bro. Even Endrick, man, 16. He does not look like. Yes, he's small in stature,
exactly.
but he is looks a bit. You know what I mean? Like,
and then look, and then this is it, and it's then all right, cool. You're not that. You're skinny and stuff, but then you're like a Vinicius or you're like a Rodrigo.
yes.
Oh, you're so fast, so good. It makes up for that because you're so fast. Do you get it? When Neymar skinny, but because he's so fast and so good, you don't care about that. If you're not like that, you're gonna struggle. You're just gonna struggle in sports, bro.
You can't just be small, skinny, and nothing. That doesn't make no sense, bro. I need something.
Chamberlain, might as well talk about him. 6.
A Chamber. Yeah, that was a good pass. I saw that pass. I was like, okay, we say you still got that in your locker, yeah? All right. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, it was good, man. He was good. Yeah, he was decent. He was all over the pitch. Well, like it was calm. It was calm. I give him a 6. Nunez
5.5. The chances were just too they were just too pivotal at points in the game. Good assists for the goal.
He got the assist.
Yeah.
Like maybe 6 then, innit?
Yeah, I'll give you a 6. I'll give you a 6. But it'll be like a 6 where I'm just like,
if he had scored at least 2 of the chances he had, he would have had like an 8. So I take
bro, even a 1, just even just 1, I would have given you like 7.5 straight off the rip. I'll be like, yeah, cool. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah. Salah
4.
You know he's scaring me. You know, Salah's scaring me, bro. I'm looking, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he's getting older and older by the minute.
Yeah, like, you can just tell, like you're seeing the age catch up with him.
The age, and I don't even mean by his play, but I'm looking like his hairline. You know, before, like 2 seasons ago, he cut it short, and it was like, yeah, he had a little bit of a widow's peak. Now it's like he's coming back here, bro. Like, you know, he's not getting rid of that hair until that middle thing starts to go. And even then, I don't think he's getting bald, bro. He's gonna have the little platinum thing. You know that? You know the little.
Salah's the type of guy, bro. He'll get hair transplant, man. His hair's like his thing.
I think he would have done it now, though.
But I don't think it's so noticeable just yet. I think this season he can get away with it, but when next season hits, like it starts looking at Mane and that, it's gonna look crazy. Have you
seen it? Have you seen how his corners are just getting pushed further and further back?
It's also probably, bro, this guy must be putting bare stuff into his hair as well, man. Look at, bro, your hair can't stay curly like that 24/7. No way, bro. No, I don't believe that. He definitely put something in his head. He come like, look at Elliot. Look at Elliot's hair. You can see.
Elliot's hair is definitely not curly, bro. I saw him with that top knot, bro. It was straight, bro. It was just a straight.
There you go.
Whatever that perm is, bro. Yeah. And plus they got the highlights
coming.
So. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. But the ratings. Salah just got the goal, but nothing else really. Done one bit of good play where the ball came into and he first had that pass over the top, but it was offside. I think into whoever it was. I forgot. I think Elliot.
Oh.
Elliot.
Yeah, like Elliot ended up getting the ball. Like,
and then it's hit the post, didn't it? Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it's mad. Another kind of just, do you know what I mean? Post-match, same feelings, same emotions, same analysis. It's just the same, more of the same, innit? But I guess a leopard doesn't change its spots, and a tiger never changes its stripes, innit?
I just think that we need to just start playing people. I think I'm gonna just say guys, we're just going to do a raffle and we're just going to pick a random game from the last 12 months. So whether it was from before me, Jerry, and Romz, or maybe when Jerry was doing it before, or a game from this season, just to pick a raffle. Any game. Just pick it out. That will be the post-match for the next game. It'll be the same. It'll be the same. We'll just get ones that we won, lost, drawn, and I guarantee 95% of the things that we probably said in that will be said in this next game. It's going to be interesting, the next game. It's obviously going to be, it's just going to be interesting to see where people take this. Because I'm already seeing people online saying they don't care about this cup. Amazing how 90 minutes can change a perspective on something. Amazing. Yeah,
it was mad. It was mad. Mo Khalif saying, big up Jerry and G, a journey of 1,000 steps. It's one step. Hope Klopp gets it right. I don't know. I don't deal with hope, innit? Like I don't get that. You know, like I don't understand. It's like football's it's only sport that we always talk about hope, bro. I don't even watch basketball. How do they ever talk about hope, bro? It's never
you know basketball. In basketball, them men are cutthroat, bro. There's no hope about nothing. As in, even the team that you wouldn't even expect to win a championship are still trying to win a championship. They're like everyone in that league is trying to win. There is no, maybe in 3 seasons' time they'll have the best pick, or they'll have maybe a couple players who have got, bro. Everyone is trying to win in NBA, bro. Everyone is trying to win at like now. They're not trying to win in 2 seasons' time. Even again, like I say, even the shittest teams are trying to win.
It's crazy. What I'm saying, and not only on top of that, like even the kids that are going into the draft, and you've got the draft pick, like the way they do it, they're like, brother, I want you to sprint. The minimum you got to be able to sprint is like 40 yards under 20 seconds, bro.
Facts.
No, sorry, 40 yards under 5 seconds, bro. If you can't do the 40 yards under 5, you ain't making the cut. I need you to go NFL. I need you to go 100 kg. You need to be able to rep that out at least 30 times in a minute, bro. 30 times in a minute. Do that, but you're pumping that off your chest, bro. Like, if you can't do that, you ain't making it to the NFL, bro. Like, that's just the way it is. Like,
and that's so mad.
None of this are like. That's why when you look at the athletes in the American sports, they're just the best of the best, the best of the best. Tyreek Mitchell. People don't know about Tyreek Mitchell. NFL. Rapid.
Rapid you.
Like as in one of his games when he went and ran the touchline. They measured it up with Usain Bolt. Who would have beat Usain Bolt in his world breaking thing?
Bear in mind, this is a guy who's not like Usain Bolt got no gear on. This is a guy who's got gear.
It is what it is. You got someone like, LeBron that can run. That's 6'8", weighs 115 kg, and
9 now.
9 and can run 100 meters in under 10 seconds.
For me, football is the only sport that
hope.
It seems to be only in this country, to be fair, because you see it with the national team as well. Football seems to be the only sport where you celebrate second place. It's the only sport that I know that second place is celebrated so much in any context. And it's a sad thing. And it's probably why England as a nation are one of the worst nations out there when it comes to sport and competition in everything. You know, we get gas when we get bronze in the Olympics. We get super gas. We get, when we get bronze, oh my days, bro. Like, when we get bronze in Olympics, Jesus Christ, like whoever gets bronze, whether what's that chick, man, that Sheffield chick, Ennis, whatever, and like if it was like her or something like that, and big up yourselves here, but like when I see them get bronze or in swimming, that person, whoever that might be, Jesus Christ, they are lauded for years, like years. Bronze oh my goodness, like they got bronze. I'm like, like there's nations out there like the Americans or the Africans in the like long distance and stuff. You think they're man are taking bronze in some celebration? That gets ridiculed. But in England, it just seems like it's a theme. It's not just Liverpool, so I can't even say it's just Liverpool, but in football specifically, it just seems like we celebrate second place quite a lot. But you know, it is what it is, man. We'll continue being failures at what we do. That's what we're good at.
Exactly, man. Big up, Boy Pella Morema, big up to yourself, saying we were promised dribbles with Fabio. Dribbles where, bro? Dribbles where?
Chat to Romz. Don't worry, Romz got a lot to answer for. Don't worry about
Romz. Yeah, Romz. Where's Romz? He said he's going to be 10 minutes.
Hey, Romz is getting. Don't worry, we'll get onto Romz when we get onto Romz.
Yeah, Romz is
guys in the chat. Get onto Romz. Get onto Romz.
Let us know where Romz is. I'll give you guys a hint. He's on another stream. Go and find Romz.
Savage settings, bro.
Go and find Romz. Gargoyle Blaster saying it's not so awful to losing against City at the Etihad, only 3-2, and to contend with them. Well, the league is more important, and also the Champions League.
Did we watch the same game?
Michael Talks Football saying, big up, guys. Didn't watch the game. Was Nunez a total disaster class again? No, but just couldn't finish. RJ saying, maybe Klopp doesn't want to be manager and is just doing this to set up Linders.
Next comment.
I'm just saying, why is Keita not starting? Man looks so rusty. I guess
I forgot about him. Yeah, he looked kind of rusty as well. Yeah, when he come.
Yeah, Keita, I'm not even going to give him a ranking, man. He's just dead, man. He's finished. Dead. He's going to end up playing for like Botafogo or someone like that. You know, one of them teams.
Yeah.
Or like Belgrade, or like Stad Belgrade in like Russia or something, or like Belgium or like Belarus or something.
But you know what happened? He'll be 33. He'll pop up for a team like Dynamo Moscow or something like that in a Champions League game against Chelsea, and you'll be like, "Rah, Keita, fuck."
Yeah. And you see him, and you're like,
"This is where he is now."
Yeah, you look completely different. Like you have like, I don't know, like a bald head, innit? Like just
bald head. No, you have a high top. Watch, I guarantee his hair comes back.
A blonde one as well, like a blonde one,
bro. He's gonna reinvent himself so sick when he leaves, bro. I promise.
He's gonna be tatted up veneers. Do you know what I mean? Say you'll never die alone under his eyes. Do you know what I mean? I hate LFC on his arms.
2 teardrop.
Innit? 2 teardrop Klopp and Linders, innit? Captain Sal saying Trent was sick according to Klopp.
Good for him.
Andy Vernari, big up to yourself, saying it's shameless when Ox, who we scapegoat, outperforms Harvey. McLovin saying Cole Palmer was on his Di Maria on the Liverpool right-hand side. Milner got some, but felt bad. Yeah, it was bad for him. Tell Bajatic to rewatch the game and watch what Rodri did. 100%. They better be doing that.
You don't like that? Don't watch what Thiago did. Watch what Rodri did.
What Rodri was doing, bro. Angel 1968 saying Elliot has no pace, no physicality, can't tackle, can't head. How is he a midfielder? You tell me.
Angel is fine. He's going to play good against Aston Villa. All will be forgotten. Don't worry about it.
Jay Rana saying we buy Brexit bums at Elliot Carvalho and Cade Gordon whilst Chelsea City are securing serious Brazilian wonder kids.
Because we're so sick.
Because we're thinking about quota and that.
That's all I ever hear. Oh, we need some more players for the quota. All the bloody Karens and the bloody chat. I'm like, oh, we need some more players for the English quota. Oh, goodness gracious me. And I'm like, brother, are you not serious?
Jay Rana saying, let's please not say Foden and Elliot are in the same sentence as disrespectful. Yeah, it is. Marquez saying more gym sessions for non-Cat 1 academies. Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk, bro.
Jay saying Rooney was 39 on his 17th birthday still. Yeah, he was a vet. Mo Kelly saying big up Jerry and G, a journey of 1,000 steps as we read out. A rival couple of them as well. Jay saying subbing for Romz, Jerry, and warmed up. You know what? We're going to do that next time. You know, we're going to do that next time.
Yeah, man. Anyone wants to not pattern up on that?
You know, Jay, hit me up on Twitter or Insta, and we're going to do that next time. Romz ain't probably going to remember. He's not even going to watch this back. But just hit me up, because what we're going to do when he's in there, we're actually going to be like, oh, Romz, don't worry. We've got Jay, and we're actually going to prank him. And he's like, yeah, we've got Jay instead, you know. Don't worry.
We don't need you. We don't need you.
Darren R having a laugh. Big up to yourself, Darren.
Darren, man.
Keita in their MLS. Boo Rider, big up to yourself, saying way too many prima donnas in football. Having said that, I rated Mbappe's reaction to losing the final. Facts. Bad boy winner.
His reaction didn't suit the narrative that he's a prima donna.
Yeah.
People didn't like that.
Exactly. But look, it's been another tactics board straight after the game. We've done almost about 2 hours. So look, it's been a crazy one. Before we head out, anything to let the people know?
Guys, between now and the ending of January, catch me only on the Jerry James show. If you need me, Twitter, I'll be doing a few little match reactions for the games and stuff, but we'll talk more Liverpool on my channel at the ending of the January transfer window. We'll do a live or something like that. But if you guys need me, always catch me here, man. Always catch me here.
Guys, make sure as well. So look, it's Christmas. We haven't even wished you guys a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
You won't see us until after Christmas. What we're gonna do for you though is on Christmas Day. I know a lot of you guys, after you open the presents, after you've had your Christmas dinner and that, you're gonna be bored. Of course, you're gonna be bored. Don't worry. As you've seen, we haven't finished off our World Cup segment yet, and we've got a lot of content to still drop you. We've got the content from Izzy to drop for you guys.
Yes.
The semi-finals and the finals. So that's going to be a pre-recorded show. So you guys are going to be able to watch that whenever you want. It's going to be, I'm going to drop it around midday. So about 12 on the Sunday. So from 12, you're able to catch us. Let us know your thoughts. The World Cup was a great thing. Big up to everyone that tuned in during the World Cup as well, because it was a tough one to go and do every single day, but we managed to do it as well. So we haven't forgotten. We're just trying to get all the footage and stuff, edit it, and make sure that's out to you guys. So the aim is for that to be up on Christmas Day. But so from myself, Romz, I know G as well, have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you preview, which we're going to do on Monday, and that's going to be for the Aston Villa game. It's been the Jerry James Show, and we're out, people.